All right, so we're gonna be doing a little series here. We go over some of my favorite builds for one aspect of each of the arms, and we're starting off with the
Show me what you
skull
can do.
with Medea, which arguably is like the strongest out of all the aspects. But this one's great because obviously you get a big multiplier in your attacks and specials, and very easy origination, which we'll get into in a little bit. So this is the Arcana setup I use for 90% of my runs, and the key things to take away here are origination and strength. Strength is just possibly the best card here in the Arcana, but again, if you are early on into your runs and you're not used to how the bosses and enemies move and attack, you may be better off taking Death Defiances. But once you get used to it, strength will prove to be much better. And the only thing you might change here is you don't really need Eternity for this aspect, because you're not going to be using your Omega moves anyway, at least not very often. So, you'd be taking Medea, and again, since you're not using your special moves, your Omegas very
Wait
often,
for me here.
you're good to take Freenos, Rocky, or Gale, since you don't need the magic from Hecuba. So, the core part of this build is going to be good old Zeus. So you want to take your Zeus keepsake and take the attack or special first. It doesn't really matter which one you take. I like the attack a little better, but either or will work. And as for his other boons, none of them are particularly necessary. I mean, it'll be nice to get something like Double Strike or the Legendary eventually, but as long as you have one of these two core boons, you'll be good to go. And then for your second boon, either the attack or the special, whichever one you haven't filled out yet. You just need to take something that'll apply a curse that let you get origination. So you could take Poseidon and get Froth. You could take Aphrodite and get Weak. You could take Hestia and get Scorch, or Ares and get Wounds. But personally, I mean, if you're really trying to maximize your damage, you can also roll for one of these duos. So if you do take Poseidon, you can go for Killer Current. If you take Demeter and get Freeze, you can get Hailstorm. And Thermodynamics is good if you take Scorch from Hestia. This one is alright. I feel like it's not going to be very useful for you since with this, you're not really doing as much dashing as you're just specialing around. But the basic gameplay loop for this is pretty simple. Pop an attack in, use your special, rinse and repeat. And then throw your cast down when you need to, go from there. And you'll be outputting tons and tons of damage with this build. Yeah, that's about it. Good luck with your skull runs.